we have started with Jenkins with creating a simple job and trying to run it and checking out different things with the job, like what are the things we can do with it. So today we'll be starting with these all the things. These are all things that we'll be learning all today. So first we'll be knowing about the Jenkins credentials, then the plugins that we'll be using to give this credential or access to the people that were in the Jenkins. Then we'll be creating one our first pipeline that we'll be creating. Then we'll be knowing different ways we can create the pipeline. Then at last we'll be going with the cron job that need to be created for the pipeline to be running. So first we'll be coming back to our dashboard, Jenkins dashboard. So what we learned last time, about the jobs that we are running, but today we'll be knowing like who can run those jobs and who can do modification to the jobs. So for that we need to know the credentials. So like different tools in our companies we are using, no? So same like those tools have the credentials, like who can access those tools and what the things that they can do with that tool. So same thing is available with the Jenkins also. So in Jenkins, we need to go to this settings bar, like the manage Jenkins. Then we need to go to user section. For in here, you can add the user. Like let's say I have already created my. It's the default user that is created when you create first time the Jenkins. But after that, you can create user from here, and you can give password, and you can give his full name, email ID, everything you can give it here. Okay, by this way, it's a process to add the user to the Jenkins server. Okay, so but now the people that guy is now access to the Jenkins, but he cannot do anything with the Jenkins. For that, you need to go to plugins. In plugins, actually we need a what we call as a plugin that will be you will be using to give him access to different things and different jobs that we can give access. So those things we can control using a plugin called a role based access strategy. Okay, uh, this one you can go and here in available plugins you can go and search it here. So as I have installed that plugin, so I'll be getting it in the install plugin section. Okay, like this one. Okay, this one. Okay, it's healthy also, means it is the plugin is working well with the Jenkins. So like installing plugins, it's not a hard work. So you can go available plugins. There are many plugins you can add with Jenkins. Let's say for this one SSH server, I want to install some plugin. You go to installation. Okay, so you can do the installation. It will be like automatically it will be doing the taking up these all the packages that need to be running this plugin, and it will be updating with our Jenkins. Okay, but then we need to restart our Jenkins to see those changes in our Jenkins server. Okay, so you can click in here, or you can go to your Docker where you are running your Jenkins as container. Okay, there you can go and just restart the container to check on like the plugin is up or not. Okay, so now it's done. Okay, now we'll go to okay. After that installation of plugin, we'll be seeing this thing within our Jenkins manage Jenkins. Okay, it's called as manage and assign roles. So what I told, like after we create a user, we need to assign him roles and what the things he can do. Okay, so we need to go inside it. So here you can see previously one role is already present, that is admin. So admin, you can see it has all the things he can do, like creating or updating the credentials, agents or jobs. It can who can create a job. Okay, read a job, discover a job. Okay, configuring a job, cancel a build. These all things he can do. Run a job. Okay, so these all things can be done by admin. Okay, but if you want to create a role called developers, okay, let's say my for my backend developers. Okay, okay, I can go and create here, like add the role. Okay, then I can assign him, like let's say he will be able to create a job, build a job, cancel a job, and configure a job, but he will be not able to delete the job. That only I can do through as a admin or as a DevOps engineer. Okay. So after adding that, you need to click on apply and save. Okay. But this is only added to a developer group where the changes are there. But I need to assign that person or that user that I have created. No. So let's say here in the assign roles, you need to add the user. Okay, that user you need to create. Let's say I have not created now the user, so I'm not able to see any user ID. So we'll be after that creating the user in that manage Jenkins. So you will be adding the user here. Okay, then after you will be giving him access like as developer or as admin. So here as I am admin, I can give access to developer myself. So here you will be seeing another username, you will be giving admin or developer access. You can control it from here. So this is all about the credentials that you will be doing in Jenkins mostly. And you can explore out other things also. Okay, but these are the things that will be mostly be you will be using in credential in Jenkins. Okay, so we have completed this one. So so I have created this actually on Notion page where I'm mentioning what the things we can do. Okay, so after that we'll be going to create a job. Okay, so so this is done, plugins installed, and then we'll be creating one pipeline. Okay, so what is a pipeline? So initially I told that if I want to run my second job, so but I want my second job to be running after the first job. Okay, so what can I do? Let's say we'll go inside our first job, then go to configure. Okay, so at last we have a option called, we have an option called post action, post build actions. Okay, means what are the things you can done after the completion of this job. Okay, let's say I'm going here adding post build action. I want to build other projects, or you can call it as other jobs. Okay, then I'll be mentioning the second job. So you can drop down, you can see my job here. Okay, this can be only trigger up if the this current job is stable and working well. Okay, then you can apply, then you can save. Okay, so now let me go to here. Okay, so now you can see my last success is 4 hour 45 minutes ago for first job, and also second job it was that time ago. Okay, let me start with the build of the first job. Okay, so now my first job is building. Okay, you can go here, you can see it is created. Okay, but now one new thing will be learning. In second job you will go, you can see, you can see that another job is run here automatically. So it is also done by the first job. Okay, so when you build the first job, so it automatically created the changes to the second job. Okay, so by this way you can learn about the pipelines. So pipeline is nothing but running different jobs in a sequential manner. Okay, so now this is the one way we can create a pipeline. Okay, but we want to create a pipeline through the pipeline as a script. Okay, for that we need to go to new items, pipeline, to give it a name as the job name we always give, project. Okay, then we give it as a name as pipeline. You can select as a pipeline project, then we need to click on OK. Okay, so here we have different things we'll be doing with our pipeline. Okay, so for this task we need to pipeline. I have created one simple Python project. First let me go through this Python repo. Okay, it's a simple Python project that I have created actually for this type of task. So here you can see the main Python file. It's nothing, just a add function is there, subtract function is there, multiply function is there, divide function is there. Okay, but I want that when my application, I'll be running this application, it will be go through all test cases automatically, going through all test cases, then building up the application, like what the things need to be running this, like the PyTest is needed to run these test cases. Okay, so these all things I not need to do manually, it should be done automatically by Jenkins. Okay, So for this name, so this is the what I am going to do. So for that we need to see a Jenkins file. So Jenkins file, it's a, you can say, the pipeline script that need to be there for running my this the pipeline script, that what I'm pipeline as a code, that what I'm telling. Okay. So here you can see it's a very simple way to create one staged pipeline. So if you want to learn more about the syntax and those things, you can go to Jenkins pipeline syntax. Okay, okay, you can go here to this. Actually, this is a blog page of the Jenkins only. Okay, you can go and learn from here about like how we can write this pipeline, these all things. I'll be making understand also to you. These are nothing but very simple way to do the pipeline. Okay, so if we'll go and see this pipeline structure, no. So in this first we are mentioning it as a pipeline. It means there will be multiple jobs that will be running. Okay, so these jobs are called as stages in our Jenkins script. Okay, so before that there is one mention of agents and it is written as any. Okay, so agent is what this our Jenkins server. Okay, means it is telling that when you are running this pipeline, it should be running on our agent, which is any means this only server we are using. So what in the future we can do, like we have different stages, we can run different stages in different environments. Okay, for that also we can mention it as you can think it as like a setting of the environment where this stages will be running. Okay. Okay, then we'll be going through stages. So stages, in the stages mentioned, we have different stages that we'll be going through. It's just nothing but different jobs. You can think of it is a different job that they mentioned, you know. You can go like go to Jenkins, this first job and the second job. Okay. So what are these? These are different stages you can think as. Okay. So now we are just merging it to one pipeline. That's what we are doing. Okay, like the stage, the first stage I have made as a cleanup. Let's say if you are doing something like pulling some GitHub code that we have learned. Okay, so it will be in that Jenkins workspace, but if you next time we are running the job, it will be there. So it can create problem, the same file will be there. So before we are doing the cloning and everything, so we'll be deleting the workspace. Okay, using a stage. Okay, you need to check all the syntax here, like it will be having curly braces inside the stages. We'll have the stage, what it will be doing, it's a comment. It can be any name you can give, like clean up workspace or clean up only. So it depends on you. Okay, so in that what I'll be doing, I'll be creating a step, like what are the things that I am going to do inside that stage. I'll be deleting the directory, like it's the cleaning up that Jenkins directory where the workspace is you are running those pipelines. The last build will be there, so it will be cleaning up those. Okay, so then what it will go to, it will go to the next step, the first stage, you can say second stage. Okay, it will do the git clone. Okay, as I told you, you can give your name according to your needs. Okay, then what I will be seeing the steps to clone like the git repo. Okay, as we know, this is the command to clone a git repo, as we learned in our GitHub part or a course. Okay, so here you're using a shell command, so that's why I mentioned it as a sh. Okay, as this my Jenkins is running on this Docker container, you can see. Okay, Docker container is nothing but a virtualized Linux environment. Okay, so for there to need to run this command, I need a shell. Okay, for that I'm mentioning it is as a shell command to run this git clone command. Okay, then the next step, like let's say I've installed this Python application, I've git cloned the application, but now I want that it should have the Python 3 pytest that I mentioned in the requirement. I need to be installed in that Docker container, so that my Python test cases would be running well. Okay, then what I have, then I have the last is where it will be running those test cases and giving me the output, like what are the things where passed or which are the failed items. Okay, those things we can do it here. So this is all the how a pipeline structure would be looking like. Okay, mostly it will be looking like this only in the production grade also. There will be some like you can add your own scripts, or you can add if else conditions also here, like in shell command we'll be learning the shell commands also in future. So it's same like Python only. If else condition will be there. Let's say if already my Python 3 PyTest is already installed in my that Docker environment, or let's say where the Jenkins server is running. So that time we not need to install. We can write as if like Python 3 PyTest is available, then don't install it. Else install it. Okay, you can check on this by using the syntax. You can check on like how to do that. Okay, so it's a very easy way, so you can check on that. It's not very hard to learn this pipeline as a script. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll just take it, copy it. I'll go to that pipeline job. I'll go to configure. Okay, here I'll be giving it as my Python project. Okay, as description. Okay, these all things are not needed. If you want, you can, that I told in last class, you can check on. Okay, these are not all the things are used daily. Okay, like this parameter as I told, if you have different branches, then you can use this. Okay, so here only you are using the main branch, so we not need to check on anything. Well, so you can see the main branch only you are using. Okay, so you can go down here. You need to select in what you are doing, Python as a script, pipeline as a script. Okay, I need to paste it here. Okay, so I have done it. Then I just need to apply, save. Okay, so here you can get a let me just run this build to show you what the thing it will be going through. So it will be taking some time to run that build. Okay, so you can see the cleanup is done stages. Okay, the cloning is done, install dependency and run test, all things are done. So you can for this view, you need to install a tool, actually one you can say a plugin. Okay, you can go here, install. From here you need to install a plugin name. Okay, it's I think it's installed. I have installed it, so you can check pipe. Okay, can yeah, this one you need to install pipeline grab view plugin. Okay, it will visualize the pipeline when it is running. Okay, this thing if you want to see that I shown. So yeah, this thing if you want to see, then you need to install that plugin. Okay, and yeah, this much are the things. Okay, in this, and if you want to see many things are there inside this job, like what are the things it's done, console output will go see. So first it go through user who have started it, that I told initially. Okay, then it gone to this workspace. Okay, so this user Jenkins gone to this workspace and started this first stage cleanup, like anything what is there or not there, it will start the cleanup. Then it done the cloning part. Okay, then it installed the pytest. Okay, you can see all things. Then at last it done the Python test performance. Okay, you can see the test cases is passed, subtract is passed, it is passed, and divide is also passed. So like that the pipeline is now successful. By this way you can create one simple pipeline. Okay, so this one you can like run this one in different, like let's say this is one time I done it by build now. Okay, but now I want my, what will do, like let's say some changes I have done here in the code. Okay, my developer had done some changes in the code and also test.py, and again I want to check. So again I'll be creating the build and again doing the test case. It's a hectic process, no? So for that what we'll be doing, we'll be knowing about a concept called webhook. Okay, so webhook is nothing but you are installing the, if you can say here, trigger on webhook. Okay, so what it will do, it will like allow the Jenkins when there will be some push changes to done to the uh, to the project or the source code, then automatically this pipeline will be running. Okay, so these are the steps you can see. For first you need to connect our Jenkins with our this GitHub. Okay, so first we need to uh, go and go inside this Docker environment. Then need to go to Docker. Okay, can here in execute you can run these commands. Okay, sss keygen. So sss keygen, what it's nothing but it'll create one public key and a private key. So by this way we are anything in like from your local you are trying to connect into a remote server or remote machine, then that time we are using this, okay, to authenticate our services. Okay, so then what it will do, it will create a private and public key. So you keep the private key in your Jenkins environment or Jenkins server. Okay, here I'm mentioning Jenkins server. No, it is only the container where the Jenkins is running. Okay, so the private will be there, but I will be copying those public, what is written there in public. And in the GitHub, you can go here in settings. We'll go here in SSS keys. So here you can see you can add a new SSH key. Okay, you can add it here. All the things that I told. Okay, name, title, can authentication key, and that public key. I am telling you can add it. Then it will be added to your Jenkins. Okay, your Git. Then in Jenkins also you need to do some changes. You need to go to your Jenkins, manage Jenkins. Okay, here you need to go to security. Okay, one second. So here you need to go to credentials, then credential there will be systems, then there will be global credentials. Here I already have created one global login for Git, so you can do it by manually adding it again. The same thing, user will be creating, okay, password if you want to give for that, or ID. Here we are not doing it as a user and password because GitHub that stopped that way of login into GitHub, so we'll be using only SSH, that private key. ID will be giving. Okay, then the username will be giving. Then here you will be giving that key, private key, that will be created in here. Okay, you can view using a cat command of that file. Okay, you can see the steps, or I'll be sending those steps in the group only. Okay, so then it is created. Then what, the same thing, see what I've told, you'll go and credential, then you will be doing. Okay, then you will be setting up, like now we'll be going to that repository. Okay, showing you that repository. In settings of that repository we'll have a concept called webhook. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, same thing. So here we'll be adding that from where it will be triggering and what the things it will trigger. Let's say just the event, push event, when there will push event to this repository to any particular branch, then what the build will be starting in Jenkins. Okay, that's what it mean by it. Okay, so there we need to select that, as I told, git web hook, a trigger, a git HCM polling. Okay, to start that. So now we completed with git and with git webhook to connect to the Jenkins and the pipeline. Okay, so another just one thing that is left here. Let's say it's not a build pipeline, it's something else pipeline. I want to run it daily. Let's say I want to clean up this Jenkins environment daily night. Okay, what I can do, you can go to here, I can see it's a important part actually. Configure. Okay, configure, we have here, it's called as build periodically. Okay, so it's nothing but a cron job that you can be running. Okay, there will be giving month, time, hour. Let's say every night at Tuesday and Saturday I want to delete all the build files, because the build files are not recorded after the code is pushed to the production. Okay, they not need to be in the Jenkins environment. It will be just like filling up the spaces for the Jenkins to be running. Okay, so for that I can, it's a use case I'm telling to use this. Okay, but there are different way you can use this cron job. Then you can schedule this all, and you can run your job or your pipeline from here. Okay, so this is the all the things that we are going to see. Okay, and you can use on this, like how to do this cron job. This is your task. You can set up a pipeline same as like that, and you can start that using a cron job. Okay, And yeah, this is all about today. So the next class we'll be looking about different things in Jenkins, like Jenkins CAD library and Jenkins DSL jobs, or you can say as seed jobs. Like if you and let's say it is only one pipeline, but let's say one project will be having hundreds of microservices. You can say hundreds of services. Simple. Okay. So individually we cannot go and create pipelines for individual project. No. So like just one command or one job will be there. Will be running that, and it will be creating all the jobs for that project. Okay. And another thing also here we can see, like this is a view. If I want to know view like project wise, let's say for SBI, I'm creating list view, adding here. I'm adding this first job, second job, apply, save. Yeah. So what you can see, there will be some view, like it's easier way to view a different project. Let's say SBI one told, let's say Flipkart one project is there. So different project will have different pipelines. Okay. So you can segregate here using different views. Okay. It's a good practice to do it on a production grade Jenkins. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys.